everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Blaine.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Andrew.
Ooh.
And I'm Gus.
Why are we not flexing our
I don't know.
muscles?
Got the strong side of the couch is over
the
here,
strong
baby.
I'm not even going to fight it anymore.
Bearing my guns out in the back.
I'm so scared of the strong side of the couch. I feel like I immediately need to mention that RTX early bird tickets are on sale now. Make sure you go to rtxevent.com to get them. RTX this year will be July 7th to 9th. Got early bird prices right now, so if you're thinking about coming, this is the time to get it. Save some money. Why wouldn't you do it? We released a promo video today for RTX.
I've seen it, yes.
Where when we filmed that, I had no voice. I had to ADR that entire video.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because my voice was... Remember y'all were making fun of me that one...
Yeah, you sounded like an idiot. Yeah.
I didn't realize that you had to film that week.
Was that fucking Gus sounding like Wolfman Jack?
It was like,
hey everybody, baby's out in Radio Land.
Where does that video live? I want to watch it now.
The original?
I'm sure you can ask Wes or... What?
Twitter? It's on Twitter?
No,
Okay.
the original one.
The original one with Wolfman Jack.
We'll find it, yeah. We'll release the Gus cut.
So go check it out. Go on social media. You can see the video where I had no voice and had to ADR the entire thing.
This year at RTX, we're going to have a booth. It's just a Gus dunking booth. It's right in the middle.
Nope.
It's a big pool of Mountain Dew. Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
It's the Gus Dunk Pool featuring Blaine.
And then Gus is sitting on a chair and you throw whatever you want at him.
I'll sponsor it and call it the Dunkelman.
There you go.
We're getting...
Thank you.
Gus is going to get Baja blasted. That's what we're, that's what we're promising.
He's going to do the do, baby.
Come on down. This is a code red. Come buy RTX tickets right away.
Wow, we really
This
should get
is-
Mountain Dew to...
Third flavor. I can't... Name me two others. Come on.
They have a flavor at KFC. Have you tried it?
Oh,
Isn't it Baja Blast?
that's the Baja Blast.
No,
isn't
Baja
it?
Blast is Taco
It's
Bell.
Taco Bell, yeah.
Oh.
KFC, they came up with the lemonade one.
Oh.
It's dog shit.
Do you have is there a ranking of Mountain Dew flavors?
I mean, it's going to be different, but I would say Baja Blast, Code Red, Mountain Dew, and then every other flavor they've ever released.
Oh, I like...
But
voltage?
high voltage.
I don't even know
High
what
voltage
voltage is.
Is that the Halo one?
I feel like for Baja Blast, it really was just a team of scientists going, we need to exactly replicate the flavor of melted popsicle from your youth. And they knocked it out of the park. They absolutely fucking nailed
They
it.
really figured it out.
Yeah.
Do you know what apparently it is?
What is it?
It's
Sugar.
It's Mountain
Sugar,
Yes.
sugar water.
Yeah.
It's Mountain Dew and I think like blue Powerade or whatever else they have. Yeah.
It's a real...
They just mixed it.
Really?
Yeah, that's apparently what it's supposed to be.
Wow.
Damn.
Well done, food scientists. You've done it again.
Speaking of different flavors and ranking them in order, we have our own war criminal, Mr. Blizzard Bear, joining us.
Mr. Blizzard, one
war
Blizzard
criminal-
Bear.
I don't think war criminal is the correct term for me. I'm someone that's speaking the truth, and you all are just afraid about it.
What were those
I
World
guess.
War II trials called?
The Hague?
The Nuremberg trials? Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
I was out last week filming something. What is going on?
Okay.
So, Girl Scout cookies. We just passed the Girl Scout cookie season,
Yes.
and Blizz
Is a moron.
posted his tier of Girl Scout cookie rankings.
Interesting. And I'm guessing it was a very bad take. Based on
I don't think
everyone...
Blizz thinks it was bad.
I'm on a podium right now. I feel like I'm right. this only like solidified that I might be right in what I was saying. I don't think I'm wrong. I just think that people are idolizing the mixture of mint and chocolate, where like it just tastes like toothpaste and chocolate. So I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
But
happy
you
with
had
it.
the most basic shit at the top.
Before
You can have it
we
okay.
get to his ranking, now since Barbara doesn't know anything, let's ask her. Barbara, what do you think is the best Girl Scout cookie and what is the worst Girl Scout cookie?
I haven't had them all. I really like Thin Mints and Caramel Delights. I also like the lemon ones.
Atta girl. Yep. There you go.
I don't know if I would say anything's the worst. I mean, they're all cookies.
We said lemon last, so I'm going to say...
I do like lemon. I like lemon flavored
That is so
desserts.
fucked up.
I take that as her 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Yes, I take it.
Okay.
Do we have the Blizzard Berenstein list?
I'm trying to look it up, but the internet in here is...
We have the photo.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
It's right
So could you
there.
run us through these, what your S tier
Yeah.
all the way down to D is? Because I don't know based on the photos.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the first one, but they're a shortbread cookie with chocolate, base or chocolate on the bottom.
They're called Thanks-a-Lots. I did my research. I can't. Yeah.
Okay.
They're really good because I love shortbread cookies and I think they're great with tea or coffee. And originally, trefoils are my first. I put trefoils in S tier, but then I saw that there was a chocolate bottom trefoil, and I was like, we gotta put that in S tier instead. Okay. So then I moved the trefoils down. And then these 2 lemon cookies, they're made by 2 different companies, which is why they're different, but they're basically the same thing.
Okay.
So I put them in A because everyone loves a lemon cookie. That reminds me of spring, happiness, joy.
And who doesn't love a chocolate bottom?
I like fat bottom.
What if
Girls. They make the rockin' world go round, baby.
Hear me out. We cancel Andrew. What if we cancel Andrew? For B, I feel like anything that's chocolate covered with peanut butter or with graham cracker on the inside is pretty good.
There's a lot of cookies here I didn't even know were Girl Scout cookies, or that existed because I'm a fan of the chocolate peanut butter myself. Like,
you never had that one?
No.
I could not. The Thanks-a-Lots I think are limited edition because they're not in the 2023 lineup. Per my research,
they're limited.
There might have been a limited run, but
Your Honor,
I do declare.
Yeah, watch yourself, counselor. The Thanks-a-Lots I'm pretty sure are limited edition. And then there are 2 different kind of two different kinds of lemon cookies, which is bizarre to me. And I've got one of them.
Well, he explained it. It's because it's 2 different manufacturers.
There's 2 different like distributors.
Okay, gotcha.
So I think it used to be that cookie and they changed to that, or it used to be this cookie and they changed to that.
And then what you got next?
The chocolate covered, because I love chocolate covered cookies. I think they're good.
Yeah.
But sometimes peanut butter can be a lot, and sometimes marshmallow can also be a lot. So I just kind of put it in B. It was fine.
Okay.
Y'all can say I love a dry cookie, but adding peanut butter to a dry cookie, that's super dry. So I had to put that in C. I don't know what that is, but that's a chocolate chip cookie, I'm assuming.
That looks like it would be dry.
It looked like it would also be dry?
It looked like it'd be crumbly and dry.
What's in it?
I'm sorry. This is the very bottom one. This is the gluten-free Toffee-tastic. You have this in D. You have this in D rank.
You are right about that peanut butter cookie in C.
Yeah,
that is a dry ass cookie.
The do-si-dos. Oh yeah,
it looks dry. Yeah.
Shit, I was gonna buy milk for this podcast.
Fuck! I should have. Oh, me too. I should have done it.
You guys need some?
Whole milk?
Barbara,
Stop it. No, Barbara.
Cameron didn't
I love whole milk.
Get oat milk. Get oat milk.
Hook a cow up to me.
Thin Mints. I know people are going to be like, what? That's the most selling cookie. Yeah, you can still be wrong. It's okay.
I think this is what angered the most people.
This is what angered. People were like, but
Thin Mints
everyone
at
loves
the bottom
it.
Does seem like a war crime.
It does.
You just dismissed the biggest case for why they're some of the best cookies. You just tossed away the fact that it's the best selling cookie, and you're saying that the majority of people are wrong.
Wow.
What?
I mean, that's
how could you say something controversial yet so brave?
I'm with Blizz though. Just because a bunch of people like something doesn't mean it's necessarily
Maybe
wrong.
they just have the best
but I
marketing.
also love those though, and I think that there's a reason
that's where your bias comes in.
I'm going to actually bridge some divide here because I think I love Thin Mints. They're a great cookie. I don't even know if I would consider them an S tier cookie. They're good. I will say what takes them, they're at least an A. They're at least an A tier cookie.
Yes.
What could push them into S tier is if you eat them frozen. You put them in the freezer.
But they don't sell them that way.
They don't sell them that way. So if you're like me and one sleeve doesn't make it home once you buy it, like, you're in the car and the sleeve is literally like sitting like tilted like the Leaning Tower of Pisa in the cup holder. And
I don't like cold cookies.
I saw on Twitter someone was like, yeah, you could put them in the freezer, and I said, okay, that makes sense. But then they were like, other people underneath their tweet would be like, why? So it's waxy? Because they've had waxy.
Yeah, it just changes the consistency of it.
Yeah.
My big question here is the last one in your D ranking.
So these used to be called, what are they called?
Samoas,
but now they're called
Caramel Delights.
Caramel Delights. I don't know why the name changed, but honestly, I probably get
That's why he's canceling them, because he likes Samoa's the name more.
No.
Cancel Blizz! Cancel Blizz!
No. I hate shaved coconut.
There it is.
I think shaved coconut is butt.
That's why. I mean, if you don't like coconut, you won't like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like that.
When I was a kid, those were my favorite. This is why I have exceptions.
Okay.
Have you
I love toasted coconut.
Yes.
Have you had shaved coconut or coconut flavor in recent years? Like, when's the last time you ate it?
Probably like a couple months ago in a cookie.
See, what happens, Blizz, is as you mature and become a man, your taste buds change over time, and you develop a more mature palate.
He's turned 27
Yeah, Blaine, I'm 27. My balls haven't dropped. What's up? What's going on?
While this has been going on, there's been a poll running in Rooster Teeth Chat. I'm gonna read you the results so far.
Please.
The most popular cookie with 42% of the vote is Thin Mints.
Okay.
The second most popular cookie with 28% of the votes is Tagalogs.
Tagalong?
Can you indicate which ones those are?
I think you said it's the peanut butter.
There might be a name change for that
It's
as well,
those.
or it might
Peanut
be
butter
wrong.
patties.
The peanut butter patty.
Peanut
I feel
butter
like
patties.
that's going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite as well.
Oh, by the way, I brought a bunch of cookies.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
Third place with 22% of the vote is Caramel Delights.
Yep.
And then fourth place with 8% of the votes is Trefoils.
Oh, yeah. Trefoils.
That's your
See,
A tier there.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm coming around a little more to your ranking. I think there are some things that are off, but I do agree that like the buttermilk cookies are always so good.
They're always so good.
They're so
I
good,
agree.
and also the tagalong. What's it called? That looks amazing. I don't know
Okay.
if I've had those before.
I've never had these before, and these sound like this is going to be the dark horse that comes from behind.
What is it?
Nice.
I guess. Adventurefuls. Okay,
Andrew, you're not beating these allegations.
No.
So are the Lemon Ups? Are those the other distributor, and that's why they're in a different bag? Why is that?
I think so. It's a
And
different
not only
one.
that, Lemon Ups are the lemon version of the Thanks-a-Lots. So the Thanks-a-Lots have the chocolate bottom; those have like a lemon icing bottom. But I will say, I actually really like trefoils. Everyone says it's a dry cookie. I put it to you that it's actually not a dry cookie. It's very buttery.
I agree.
It's more buttery than the other shortbread cookies that they try to like put stuff on, like that they try to like gussy up with other things. So I'm not 100% against trefoils. I just think, but I cannot wait to try this one. Adventurefuls, indulgent brownie-inspired cookies with caramel flavor cream and a hint of sea salt.
That sounds really good.
Shane's wait. Okay, so I cannot wait for these. Cannot wait for these.
How should we do this? Because we have all
wait,
the
we need
different
to-
flavors.
Everyone just opened the
First of all, we
boxes.
need to take a picture of all the cookies on the table like a drug bust, like the cops do. These are off the streets.
So apparently, there's two bakeries or two distributors, I guess you would say.
Keebler Elves.
Also,
Interbake or Ferrara.
I do want to be clear. There are two sides to this argument. You're either with me or with Armando. He is.
I
in
don't
the
like
chat.
those two options.
He is currently in the chat saying, "Barb, be careful who you pick and whose side you're on." I'm just relaying the information, but I'm more welcoming. I'm more welcoming to people joining my side. Armando's very hostile. I hate this.
Did you guys all pose like cops?
Yep.
All right, so let's go over what we have here.
Yeah.
I assume what we'll do is we'll eat. How about we each eat one of the cookies at a time?
Yes.
Already ate my Thin Mint.
We'll all have a Thin Mint. We'll all have a caramel delight, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera.
If
Yeah,
I
there you
need to eat 8 cookies for the podcast,
I know.
I guess.
So what
Due to the sacrifices we do for entertainment for you people.
and
this
do we want to do like a 1 to 10 scale, or do we want to eat them all and then rank?
I'm gonna lose track. I think.
Yeah, I think we need to go cookie by cookie
Okay.
and just kind of give
Oh, y'all don't
So what
have
we
a
got
palate
first?
cleanser.
Yeah, these are the Dosey Dos, which are the dry ass peanut cookies. Oatmeal sandwich cookies with peanut butter filling.
Hold on. Just gonna.
It
right.
smells really good.
Yeah, taking the bouquet.
It smells amazing.
Very dry cookie, but
Holy shit.
I do like the peanut butter inside.
Dude, I love these. They remind me of those giant, like, Ritz peanut butter crackers.
It's a little.
Bit sweeter though.
Yeah.
Is it-
Actually, it's growing on me.
Andrew, you made sure it wasn't expired, right? You got it off of Amazon.
Oh. What are they going to turn to poison?
2008.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Just
that's
making
right.
sure.
The
You got
Thin Mints are-
counterfeit cookies here.
If the Thin Mints expire, they turn to ricin. So we're real fucked.
Yeah.
This is a solid B tier cookie. Peanut butter does the heavy lifting here.
It really does.
Really does.
Peanut butter does like most of the heavy lifting because I like the crunch, but it also it's a dry ass cookie.
Very dry.
This was them trying to do the Ritz's peanut butter cups.
The
But, like,
Ritz's
without
peanut
the
butter
salty.
cups is this one, I think.
You're talking about just like the rich peanut butter cracker.
Oh!
Yeah.
I was thinking of Reese's peanut butter.
It does. It is that same peanut butter flavor. It's a specific peanut butter they use.
Yeah.
That tastes like the Ritz peanut
Yeah,
butter.
Ritz. Yeah.
Well, and that and because the cookies are so buttery, like it like adds to
Kind of
that.
cracker?
Yeah.
I will say though, I think they would have benefited from doing a salty cracker and then peanut butter. on the
Sweet
inside.
peanut butter.
Just like Ritz.
I agree though. I think that's a B. I think it's a B tier.
Yeah.
Solid B.
Hey, I'm happy to give that a B.
I'm still going to give it a C. Because if you're comparing it to peanut butter Ritz,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you could have just got a peanut butter Ritz.
They've
Right. And
reduced
it
the
probably
peanut
would've been-
butter on these.
Oh.
On the peanut butter patties, these used to be much thicker with peanut butter.
Man, that's
This is thin.
All right,
that is inflation.
That's
right. Look at it.
peanut butter
It's right
patties.
before your eyes.
My mom was kind of high up in the Girl Scouts for many years, and she like oversaw our region of Girl Scouts in Texas where we were. So whenever Girl Scout cookie time came around, the Girl Scout 18-wheeler would come to our house and park in front of our house, and all the cookies for the region would get unloaded into our house.
God damn.
So there was no room for me to sleep because my bed was filled with cookies. But it's the worst when you're a kid because it's like we have tons of cookies in the house. Somebody has already bought all of these. You cannot eat any of these cookies.
Damn.
That's why I know these are thinner. These have lost peanut butter.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
I feel like the ratio's off.
The ratio's way off. Needs more peanut butter.
These do need way more peanut butter.
The way
But-
they used to be. Back in my day.
Honestly, though, this is really good. I feel like the ratio actually is okay once you eat a lot of it, because if it was equal parts peanut butter to cookie, it would be too much peanut butter.
Yeah.
It would give you kind of like, what's that kind of,
Actually-
the mouth where it gets all sticky? What's the term for that?
Gross mouth.
That's Doctor. It's gross mouth.
It's gross mouth, where it gets too like, that sound. I don't want to do it too much because a lot of people listen to this as an audio podcast.
No, I'm trying to enhance that experience for them.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Cut that out.
I am gonna say that is a good cookie, but what knocks that down for me is the fact that like I feel like I could only eat like 2 of those. I don't
Yeah.
want another
Yeah,
one. Like,
yeah.
I'm
Right.
like whereas like I could eat a box of Thin Mints in one sitting. I don't think I could have more like 2
I'd
or
put
3
that
of
on
them.
A, personally.
I'm gonna,
I'm gonna agree with Blizz on this one. I think this is a B. In my mind, this was like an S or an A. After eating it right now, Blizz is right. That's a B.
So-
I think
got
that's a
one
B.
right.
I think that's a B.
I would put that at A and the previous one at B.
And that's the only
Because if I'm
place I'll
comparing
agree
those
with you.
two, I like that one more.
Do you agree with me with gay rights? Like we should have gay rights?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'll
thought she
agree with
said-
you on that.
I'm sorry, because I thought you said you only would agree with
No,
me
no,
on
no, no, no,
this.
no, no, no. I meant in terms of the cookies.
Oh, okay.
The cookies, guys.
I just wanna
cookie
make sure we're
opinions
clear.
only. Cookie opinions only.
Yeah, so it's just
Mud
cookie
mouth, by
opinions,
the
just it, not
It-
everything else.
Well,
Mud
where
mouth.
else do you stand? I mean, because you're a big Harry Potter guy, right?
Oh! Oh, that's Gibson off the top rope.
And we're back in the RT podcast here, trying cookies after that hard cut that just happened in the
I
episode.
can't thank you enough for bringing us all these cookies
Great to go
Yeah.
over here.
for the
Andrew's
podcast.
MVP.
You can come on every week. Fuck it.
Oh,
All right,
very well,
so
thank you. Okay.
these are not on your tier list.
do you want one of these?
Yeah, maybe you should.
Yeah, I actually would love to try one of
You should
these. I don't-
live
I've
rank
never
this
had
cookie right
before.
Is
now.
it another peanut butter?
This is the Adventurefuls.
No, this is caramel.
Adventurefuls.
Brownie and caramel cookie
Brownie.
with a little hint of sea salt.
Do we have a trash can? Can I have that tiny trash can?
D.
I don't know if I want to eat that many cookies.
This is D. I don't like
What
that.
am I eating?
What does the description say on the box, Andrew, for this?
Indulgent brownie-inspired cookie. Oh, Jesus. What about? Indulgent brownie-inspired cookie with caramel-flavored caramel or caramel, however you pronounce it, flavored creme and a hint of sea salt. These suck ass.
They're D. I don't like a brownie cookie. If it's a brownie flavor, I want it to be brownie consistency, and I'm pretty firm on that for myself.
I think what they tried to do with those was recapture the texture of a Thin Mint, but with a different kind of zest to it. And like, it's giving me C.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I don't hate it as much as Barbara does. I'd put it in a C.
That's a
I give
C.
I give that a C, and it's like, guys, we need a mintless Thin Mint. It really was
Yeah.
I
that. It was
just-
like we gotta do something. We
the
gotta
way
go back
I
to the well.
think about it is, I don't want another one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I
Yeah.
don't even want to finish this one, which is why I'm like, a cookie you want to finish. Or
I'm
have
trying to
more.
pace myself.
It's
Plus, my macros are all out of whack right
I would
now.
say it tastes like brownie brittle a little bit, and
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it after the
But, like,
taste,
not a
but not
good
the
one.
consistency of a brownie brittle.
Yeah.
So I would also put it in C.
All right, what's the next
This
one?
is Lemon Ups, crispy lemon flavored cookies with inspiring messages to lift your spirit. Already negative points for having this crinkly ass plastic bag compared to everything else that's in a box.
It's not the cookie itself.
Open
and it
one of those in the
says-
movies.
I am creative.
I am
So-
gutsy.
The usual lemon ones I have they have lemon cookie with like something on the back of
Interesting.
it,
They smell like
like a frosting on the back.
Oh, okay.
I wish.
Don't these have like a light frosting?
No,
on
this
the
is
bottom?
just
they-
the
there
cookie.
is.
Oh,
These smell like an amazing candle. I want to put a wick in this and light it up.
I'm a risk taker.
Ooh.
What does mine
Oh.
say? I'm a leader. This is a binding cookie, Rooster Teeth. I am now a manager. Thank you.
This is worse than the other lemon ones.
The other ones are called lemonade.
Lemonades is what I like.
There's
This is
Ooh,
different.
That's fucking synthetic lemon right there.
Yeah, that is
Take it in, baby. It's really good.
Oh man, this cookie brought to you by Pine Sol. Jesus
Literally.
Christ.
Dude, yeah, it feels like I just got into my mom's potpourri
Do
or
we not
something.
have the lemonade ones? Because lemonade ones are top.
Yeah, I would say these are the lemonade ones, right?
Yeah, the one in the middle of the A tier you have there. That's
Yeah,
a
those are
lemonade.
really good.
I'd
Those
say
are
that
really
that's a D. I
Yeah.
feel like I'd get that at a gas station and be like, fuck, this is not good for me.
These are the ones you get on a road trip and get halfway down away from the convenience store, and you're like, "Fuck, can we turn around and go get more?" Dad, turn the car around. I blew it and got a stupid cookie. Yeah, these are. Yeah, they really. This is a big whiff to me. Like,
I like it better than the brownie one.
honestly, yeah. Frankly, yeah.
So I feel like if the brownie's D, this would be C or even maybe higher D, but still D.
Yeah,
I
this.
agree.
I agree
Put
with you.
This one against
The brownie one.
I'd rather eat the brownie one than this one.
I'd rather eat this one than the brownie.
weird.
Because at least this has a little bit of the shortbreadness to
Yeah.
it. It's got like
Some good consistency.
It's got some good consistency. It's got the trefoil or thanks a lot consistency, but yeah, that lemon flavor is really just like floor cleaning goodness.
It feels like it's like not at the par of quality for Girl Scout cookies, in my opinion.
Well, so far, our par for quality is not very high. I don't think we've really rated anything as being great.
It's because we haven't gotten the thin
We
mints
haven't
yet,
gotten
Gus.
S tier.
Yeah. These are Caramel Delights. Crispy cookies topped with caramel, toasted coconut, and chocolatey stripes. I liked these.
I
when
didn't know
a
there was
kid.
coconut in it, and I think that explains why I don't like it.
It's mainly coconut. How can you not know? Like,
Do you want to try it again? If you haven't
Yeah,
tried
I
it for a
can-
while?
this is a coconut-ass
Oh,
cookie.
that one. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought we were talking about these ones. These are the caramel delights?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't,
Also, these
This
used
is-
to be square. They're circle now.
I think they've always been circled.
I always remember doing circle.
All right, so
I don't
we're
know.
going.
You already have one? Oh, you have one? Oh.
Can you
I will
throw
pa-
me a cookie?
Oh.
You just throw me.
Oh. Here,
Here, we
the
can-
life wrap.
Yeah. That didn't work.
Cameron's off camera, acting hungry,
Okay.
rubbing his
Oh,
belly
this
like a baby.
this cookie is holding on by God's will. What the hell?
Okay, here we go.
It's a good cookie.
That's A. That's A for me.
That's an A. That's still good.
The consistency of these is really good.
We'll
I
just
like
throw
how
it
they're
up.
not like, they don't crumble. It's chewy. It's more chewy, which
no
I
bag
really
in there.
like.
See, I can understand between the coconut and also like the waxy texture that Blizzard's complaining about. I understand why he doesn't like these.
That's a weird mouthfeel.
This is how you know how good this cookie is. I hate shaved coconut, and I love this
Yeah.
cookie.
I want to eat
Thank
that
you.
entire box
I
right now.
don't even like coconut, and for some reason, whatever it is, maybe I got bitten by nostalgia because I had these.
I think it's a combination. You know, there's so many flavors in there that it doesn't just taste like a coconut cookie.
It's like, it's a little overwhelming for me, I'll be honest. It's a lot of components working together, but it doesn't feel cohesive to me in my mouth.
No,
I get that.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm putting that at a solid A.
That's a
I don't-
solid
I-
A.
I don't
That's an
think I don't think it's S tier.
No, me neither.
But that's a solid A in my book.
If
I feel like
I
you're
had
making
to,
enemies right now.
if I had to
with
come
that.
down to it, and we only had like however much, what are these? $2 a piece?
I think
No,
five.
What?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking like 90s money. I only had
What-
$5 on me, and my girlfriend was like, "I really want those." I'd be like, "Yeah, it's fine."
What's the POG exchange rate on these?
I think these are like $7 or $8 a box.
Yeah.
What?
I think
Yeah.
it's 5.
Is it 5? Is it 5?
I know they were 5 when some people have sold them here. at
Well,
Rooster Teeth.
folks, to get them on Amazon overnight, they are certainly not $5.
Oh, geez.
Mike, just as like kind of an idea. Was your daughter a Girl Scout? I'm assuming. No.
No.
Okay. I was gonna say how many.
This is Thin Mints crispy chocolate wafers dipped in a mint chocolatey coating. I have to read that real fast because Blaine kept reaching at me.
I was
So-
going
Yeah.
nom-noms.
This is interesting for me. So I've always felt Thin Mints were good, overrated though, and which is weird for me to say because mint chocolate is one of my favorite flavors of all time. Like mint chocolate ice cream is my favorite ice cream.
I also think that's the devil, I'll be honest with you.
Fucking love the texture of Thin Mints. That crunchiness.
It smells. So
I don't.
good.
I think the texture is the weak point.
I
I
love
do
it.
too.
I think the crunch is good, but then once you get it in your mouth, it's almost like,
It's too dry.
well, I think of it as like, it's like pressed cookie. Like they took cookie crumbs and pressed it together.
100%. It's kind of like that brownie texture.
Yeah.
The
Love
brownie
that, though.
cookie.
Because if you take the move is you take a bite and then you dip it in milk and then all the milk
we
fills
are
in.
dealing with the cookie itself as it
Yes.
comes.
Yes.
Your Honor.
You're right.
No cookie modifications, no freezing, no dunking,
This is out of the box.
no heating. Right.
Okay.
You have bought it and you are driving home.
I have a retcon to make.
Okay.
I think I'm going to put Thin Mints at A, along with the peanut butter chocolate ones. And I'm going to put Caramel Delight at B. I think I like these better.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Is anything going to crack S tier? What's the...
I don't know if I have an S tier.
This is S tier
I think
for me.
they're all mid. No. They're all mid.
Oh, by the way, Girl Scouts of America, make the checkout to Rooster Teeth LLC. We're doing all this the promotion records. Although we have dogged on a couple of them quite hard.
I just love mint chocolate.
Mint
chocolate.
It's like, to me, I feel like we're idolizing sugar and toothpaste just together right now. And like, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not gonna yuck your yums, but
here we are.
that right there
does
is cancellation.
feel like I love hygiene. Don't get me wrong. It does feel like I am currently going through hygiene when I'm consuming it. It's like making my insides clean when it shouldn't be that clean.
I can see that.
You know what? I'll give you the. I think that's an S tier cookie. I love it Thin Mint, especially frozen. But we're just judging it on this the way it is. But I will give you that there is something about it that's like when the dentist is like, "What flavor do you want to clean your teeth?"
Yeah.
And you go mint. They go perfect. Here is Thin Mint flavored.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. I think I might have trauma, Andrew. I think you're pinpointing it right now.
I think I hate them a little now because of what you just said.
Yeah.
Unchanged. Perfect. The perfect cookie.
We got Toffee-tastic, which is their gluten-free cookie, I guess.
Is this the last one?
No, there's one more after that.
Okay.
Rich buttery cookies with sweet, crunchy toffee bits.
I will not be eating that.
I'm
I
worried
do not
this
like
will
toffee.
taste like ass.
And this is you have in the D tier. Okay.
I am not a fan of toffee.
Well,
toffee's not my thing.
this is this seems. Granted, I'm this is completely preconceived notion. This is a preconceived notion that this is a grandma ass cookie.
It smells faintly of toffee.
Or cardboard.
Gus, we have a call incoming.
An incoming call?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Armando?
Oh wait, I'm not having that.
Is on speaker? Yeah. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
How fucking dare you pieces of shit.
What's wrong, sir?
You let this red bastard live there on your show to talk cookies and you won't even call me? What, because I'm a former employee now? Over these cookie tier lists that you people clearly don't even know how to make.
I believe legally we're not allowed to discuss ongoing litigation, sir.
Okay, all right.
But do
You
you?
don't have to discuss the ongoing lawsuit, but I will say it's absolutely atrocious the fact that you have allowed this man to spit his bullshit as long as you've let him.
Wow.
I
Well,
want
we're
you
fighting
to do
against
a
him.
favor for me, Gus. There was a poll that was in the chat, and there was two options. There was Blizz and me. Do you know who won that poll?
Who won? I didn't see that one.
Oh, okay. Well, now I feel bad because I thought you maybe saw the results.
No, I didn't see it. I only saw the cookie
Okay,
poll.
no worries. I'm sorry for coming at you so hard. The poll was that I won by over 80%.
That's
This
Wow.
goddamn red bastard doesn't have the well-being of the people on his side. He has become part of the.
He is
bourgeoisie
paying people. I want you to be clear.
and
Be
he's
clear on that.
forgotten his goddamn
We also could
roots.
hang up on him if we
I
want.
stand for more than just
You
a
could-
cookie. I stand for the people, Gus.
He stands
Oh, the
Wow.
people are
Wow.
applauding
Yeah.
him.
Coming your way, RT. If you do not do what is right and admit that there is
Fucking freeze frame of
Gus, we could just cut it. Sorry.
All right, thanks,
You got-
Armando.
thank you.
No threats.
Thank
No
you.
threats. Stop
Thanks,
threatening.
Armando. Nice to
killing-
hear from you, buddy.
You're hurting your case, Armando.
All right. Oh, we lost that one. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
wow.
I don't know
Oh.
what happened there.
Our call dropped.
Oh man,
Thanks,
here's the
Armando.
thing.
Love you.
I'm Team Armando, but that was one of the most manic calls I've ever like.
It's super weird. It's like I'm right here while Andrew's saying it. Like I'm not here.
He said a lot of rat bastard.
Yeah,
I know.
No,
Yeah.
red
Andrew, I've never called you a
bastard.
red
Rat
bastard.
bastard.
These are very weird textured.
What is wrong with this texture?
Without question, the worst
It's like
cookie.
it's
Like,
sticky. Honestly, the
If there's an
flavor
F, I put it
itself
there.
is actually not bad. It's the texture is very.
is
off
there
on
something
this one.
below D? Like, I took one bite of that and absolutely hooped it into that trash can.
While Armando was
Vile.
threatening Gus's life, I proceeded to spit that entire cookie out, and it came out in like big meteor
I don't
chunks.
know what you guys try. It's not bad.
It tastes bad to me, And I think the texture is all of the bad things that you don't like about the caramel delights. Like it's like weird sticky bullshit, but not like good though.
Yeah.
Barbara seems to like it.
It's not bad.
Oh man.
What do you rank it then?
I'd probably put it like a C or D. Like
It's not bad, but you just ranked it like the lowest ranking.
I mean, it's not better than I think like the brownie cookies, but it's not as horrible as these guys are making out.
Rice flour, tapioca starch, sugar, and lies. This is
It's
lie? We
there's
just
a-
you lie?
No, I think that is hands down my least favorite.
Yeah,
There's like buttermilk in there though, which is nice.
that's my most bottom rank.
Yeah, if there was something below D, I would be get just.
It's called E.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
It is also gluten free, and sometimes it's hard to make a gluten free cookie taste
Make a
good.
good
So
gluten-free cookie.
I understand the
I think
intent
that's
with
why
that,
I'm giving
but
it a higher one.
I feel like they got to do like what Chipotle did, and they gotta go back to the drawing board and bring out the V2 of the queso. Like they got to do that with those.
yeah, I agree.
These I think might be my favorite.
These are
coming
our
up.
last cookie.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
trefoils, iconic shortbread cookies inspired by the original Girl Scout recipe. I just want to point out,
I've been saying buttermilk. I meant shortbread.
we've done video production here for a while, and the box cover is, I guess, like some Girl Scouts filming video. What angle does that camera person capturing of this interview here?
What? They're looking right into the. Oh God, yeah, no, this is terrible. They're all like turned around.
Get a close up of that. This child is addressing the allegations. Look at that! Look at that fucking press
Zoom
conference
in.
ass.
Zoom
Like
that, baby.
this press conference is over. I will not. My promise to turn the gym into a swimming pool and have pizza parties. Will go as planned. Yeah.
Because if we were filming the podcast, like how these girls are shooting this box of cookies, we would all look like this.
Yeah, you've seen like a 3/4 back of a head shot.
Hey, canted angles.
Yeah. That.
Okay, well, with that being said,
Open that cookie up. Open that bad boy up. Let's
I
share
think
that.
shortbread is what I meant, not buttermilk. I've been saying buttermilk this entire podcast.
I think people know what. I
This
think people know what you meant because I think there's like.
Shortbread.
Yeah, I think honestly, I might even call it a buttermilk cookie. It's
Yeah.
good.
Shortbread is one of my favorite cookie types of all time. I think that's why I
Same.
like the gluten-free one because it had a buttermilk kind of flavor to it.
Very
the
No.
basics.
a very the Scottish shortbread cookie.
I
will
would say imagine it with a chocolate bottom, and that is basically
good
that would be
snap.
better.
yeah.
I feel like
Oh hell yeah.
I thought this cookie would be
gonna
way
steal it.
drier, but it's not. You give it an S?
This is my S tier.
This is
Yeah.
This is an A, maybe a B.
I'd give it an A or a B. You know what it's giving? Vanilla wafers.
I'm telling you, yeah, people want to dog this for being like a dry cookie, but I'm telling you, man, it's the butter. It's the amount of butter that's in this cookie or butter flavoring.
It saves it.
It really does something for it. And I don't think it's a dry ass cookie. I might honestly I put
That's my
this
favorite Cardi B
in
song.
Thin Mints like neck and neck.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, these might be this and. But again, I haven't ever had the thanks a lots. I just know about them.
I
So-
love buttermilk. Shortbread. Shortbread.
You got any more of them caramel delights over there?
Yeah, dog.
Hook me up.
Here, dump out.
I'd say that was like an A or a B. Yeah.
It's that's the original. The trefoils is like the original Girl Scout cookie.
Good.
So
For good reason.
we agree with you more than I thought we would, and I think we've come to some understanding here.
Everyone's villainizing me because, I'm the only one speaking the truth on
Nah.
the RT, platform. Mondo's out here lying to people, trying to get paying off the viewers. You're kidding me? Paying off the viewers? I'm going to speak my truth, and this is the truth, and we all need to wake up. Wake up, sheeple.
No, it's your truth.
Here's what I'll say too. This is. Oh. They want some cookies in the control room.
Oh, control room is officially requesting cookies.
Oh, okay, good.
Gotta feed our interns.
This is a little bit, this we wanted to do a side-by-side comparison and ranking, but the fact of the matter is not all the cookies that are on Blizz's list we have, so we can't do like a true like one-for-one
One-for-one,
ranking.
yeah.
because you can't get
a
like,
total debunking.
two of these lemon cookies aren't even on this. We don't even have the s'more cookies.
That looks,
The
yeah.
They've
s'mores.
changed it, too. Now it looks different.
And that
Okay.
chocolate chip one's not there.
I have had that s'more cookie. That may be my S tier.
This-
That
Interesting.
might be my S tier.
The
The
new
original
s'more cookie?
formula.
Yeah,
They
the
had
new
it.
s'more cookie is, it's pretty good. I'm getting some shipped from Maryland to me, because that's how serious I am about getting it.
Oh Jesus!
That would be my S tier.
Can I have like half a bite of that?
Yes, I ordered 2 boxes.
Okay. All right.
Sick.
Great.
So yeah, we don't have we had the do-si-dos. We had the do-si-dos, the peanut butters. Yeah, I'd move at least 2 from D tier up to A, and move the trefoils from A maybe up to S with Thin Mint, and honestly, a lot of the middle is kind of staying in the middle for me.
Yeah, it maybe like moves up or down a little bit, but it's what's mid is mid.
What's mid is mid.
Yeah.
What is mid may never rise.
But if we're gonna stack here's the real question.
Order?
Oh, your personal ranking. Now here's a question that another fighter has entered the ring. How would you stack these up against the Pepperidge Farm lineup of cookies? Your
Are we talking Milanos?
The Milanos, the Salsalitos, the
Milanos are a solid fighter, man. That's like a A tier right there.
With a little chocolate ribbon running through it. Damn.
Where would you place Oreo amongst these?
Mid.
I'm not a fan of Oreos that much. They would be like a B plus for me. Golden Oreos are a little bit higher. Golden thin Oreos are a little bit higher.
Regular thin Oreos are like S tier for me.
And we need to address something very, very serious. Double stuffed Oreos are just stuffed Oreos. They talk about inflation affecting like your cookie quantity and quality.
Yeah.
Double stuffed Oreos are just regular Oreos. Like and regular Oreos are now basically thin. Like they have really leaned up that double stuff. That they've thrown that term around.
You
really,
sound like
really
a father right now.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. They could be out there.
I mean, exactly. Who's to say?
This is my official ranking.
Okay. What are we looking at? Let's get the wide
And you
out
guys
there.
could adjust yours however you see fit. But we got trifles. We got
Peanut butter patties?
peanut butter patties, Thin Mints, Caramel Delights, Do-si-dos, the lemon ones, Toffee-tastic, Adventurefuls.
Honestly,
Man, you really hate those Adventurefuls.
I did not like them.
all I'd have to do is just... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I was just saying, all I'd have to do is swap these guys down here and then maybe do like a flip over here, and then that's it for me.
Yeah, I think I would.
Where would you go?
Okay, bring Thin Mints and trefoils next to each other. I'm gonna call those the same. I'm gonna put those in the same. Put the Thin Mints slightly above. And then move the Caramel Delights above the pepper or above the peanut butter ones.
Okay.
And
then go ahead, take those lemon ones and throw them off the table.
and doing exactly. No, move that to the very end. I actually like the brownie ones more than the gluten-free ones. Those, I mean,
and the lemon ones more than the brownie.
I wouldn't use these as a doorstop. Like those are yikes. But yeah, that is my ranking as of for the ones that we have.
I would move these guys down to there.
Lemon? All the way to the end?
No, not to the very, very end. I'd still stick it out over the gluten-free, and that'd be my ranking right there.
Okay. So you guys have almost identical rankings.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Blaine and Andrew.
Yeah.
Gus?
These two white
let me
men.
do a couple things. I move this here.
Ooh.
This here.
Oh my God.
Down there. This over there.
You said, let me move a couple of things. Everything.
Everything changed place except the gluten-free cookie. Except the. By the way,
I'm happy with that.
I was dead on about that. Tell me that's not a grandma cookie. The like.
Oh, for sure it
This
is.
one, whatever it's called, the toffee.
Yeah.
I am a grandma. After all. Maybe that's why I liked it.
No,
but it was still pretty low for you.
Pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's like exactly like you go over and it's like, let's get you something sweet, and it's like you have a choice between a dish full of mints, those like chalky ass
Yeah.
mints, and then a cookie that's like World War II surplus cookie. It's just like
Came with the rations or whatever.
yeah, exactly. It's like,
Oh, that does.
This box says save scrap iron. What?
That cookie does taste like it's from like post-Depression, World War II era.
Yeah. It's like get a box of,
Great Depression.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like get a box of these and some Necco wafers, just like before like sweetness was invented. Just like
So can you endorse my list for me? Just like
No.
for you to support?
absolutely.
No, just because you and
Please, I
I
need this.
diametrically disagree on my top cookie and your bottom cookie there.
Okay, but hear me out. My birthday was yesterday.
Who gives a
So if you could do me
shit?
a huge favor.
You want him to compromise his ethics and values as a
Liz,
birthday present?
I feel like your ranking's not bad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Blizz Girl Scout cookie ranking is Gus endorsed.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh wow,
It
no.
was his birthday.
Yeah.
It was his birthday.
It's my
He got
birthday.
me. He got me.
What's that? Oh, Blaine also endorses it.
Yeah.
No.
As an ally, he
No.
would.
Weird. He whispered
Well,
it to me
yeah.
while the camera was off him momentarily.
As an ally, he would.
Awkward.
Do not endorse. Not endorse. Because and I cannot give my endorsement because literally like the bottom and the top of the list is almost flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
True.
the middle kind of stays the same, but I'm moving a couple of those bottom ones. Right back to the top.
I'm just trying to think of what Blizz and I can come to peace on outside of like gay rights, obvi, but like ranking wise,
It
like
can't be
Star
women
Wars.
rights because you hate women. So like,
I love women.
Whoa.
I've got one at home.
History Month? I've got one at home.
Oh my god.
Man. playing real fast and loose with lobbying accusations.
Why is the broadcast team getting up and leaving, guys?
They're shutting off our microphones.
Everyone's got there's like a bunch of spinning chairs in here. People
God.
have just left.
dust circles.
Oh, Mondo's calling me a rat bastard now in chat.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Oh,
It was his birthday.
because you endorsed it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I mean, we
you
could all
defected.
agree. Cookies are good.
Yeah, cookies are good.
Eat cookies.
And-
Delicious cookies.
Yeah, like I said before this started, in a way, we're all winners because we all got some delicious cookies
Yes, thank
today.
you.
Except
Yeah.
that one. Except the one at the end.
Thank you, Blizz, for the controversy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Andrew, for having the foresight to bring
Yes.
cookies.
Of course, I wanted to put our money where our mouth is and try these cookies, and I want to get the other ones that are on this list. Well, I'll track them down somehow, and we might do a follow up compendium piece once we have like literally all the cookies that are up there, because there's like at least 4 that we can't even put up against each other.
We'll have a cookie addendum.
We had cookie addendum, yes, the cookie annex.
All right. I think I don't know if you need to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm
Blizz.
gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna say as my last thing, Armando, eat shit.
Which would be, in your opinion, a Thin Mint.
Eat Thin Mints.
What is that, like
So
a D
enjoy.
tier?
No, he'd rank that as an S tier. Shit.
Well, if it's shit to Blizz, it's great to everyone else. So it's like, eat a Thin Mint, basically.
He has no joke. He has no reasonings and one joke. Blizz bad. I love it. Armando's been has adopted like Trump insults. So he's like, it's very sad.
Sad.
Blizz bad.
So,
Rat bastard.
speaking of Blaine owning a woman at home,
I don't own no woman.
all good, no worries.
Yay!
Yeah, all good, no worries. You can see I'm wearing one of our new hoodies that we have here in the store with the flowers on the sleeve here. It's a brand new channel we just launched this week. A bunch of women-led content coming out on the channel, including Always Open, which
the first episode is out.
premiered today for first members, tomorrow on the channel, youtube.com/@allgoodnoworries. New content every single week. Every Tuesday is Always Open. Every Thursday is a new show. This week it's going to be Let's Blend, which is a kind of like actors on actors, but with makeup show that Elise is producing. It's wonderful. Elise and I do our makeup together and talk about how we are face twins the whole time. And so she's just copying my makeup the entire episode, and I didn't realize until the very end. So really fun content. Next week is going to be a Charlotte Avery production called Please Be Nice to Me, which is a game show about cutthroat kindness. And then the following Thursday will be Lindsay Washburn show called How Hard Could It Be, which is like a DIY kind of like literally anything from crafting to building to cooking. Very fun show. And then the 4th Thursday of the month is Cozy Couch, which is like a cozy nostalgic video games that Kai and BK are going to be doing.
Ooh.
Yeah. So just like really good vibes, really fun shows, super good team.
Those are
Love
good
it.
vibes.
Yeah.
And
Those are
your
good-ass
first
vibes.
episode of Always Open, you have a guest, a very timely guest.
We do. Troy Baker is on our premiere, where he talks about The Last of Us.
He was the episode he was in
Last night?
From the
Just
Last
aired
of Us.
last
Came out.
night.
Yeah, just aired. This is the new one this week.
It's so fun. It worked out really well because he knew Always Open was coming back, and he was like, "When's your premiere?" And I was like, "March 7th is when the public release is going to be." And he was like, "Oh, my episode of The Last of Us comes out the 5th. Maybe I'll come be on your premiere." And I'm like, "Yes, please," as if you need us to like promote your show because it's like just so funny,
Blowing up right
blowing
now.
up everywhere.
Yeah.
Last of Us is just so good. So yeah, he talks about his experience, obviously being part of the game, being part of the show. Very fun, like little peek behind the curtain there. But we also talk about just all kinds of stuff like new beginnings and whatnot. Since Always Open kind of went away for a while, and starting back up again, and a lot has changed, but it's essentially the same show. Yeah, just really excited.
Nice.
It's weird to be back doing it again. I'm just so happy.
It's great.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. Yeah, because I always loved being a guest on It's Always Open because it's a fun show to like talk about real shit. You know what I mean? Like it's all fun and games, but occasionally you want to like, get a little bit deeper and talk like, relationships and life and things that are, that,
Heavy.
maybe a little bit closer to the vest or whatever.
Yeah,
from other shenanigans that are on like this kind of show.
Yeah.
But it was always really nice to be a guest on that show. So I'm
Thank
glad
you.
it's back. It's a lot of fun.
It's always been like a bunch of laughs and stuff like that, but also I feel like that's the one show that I could be a lot more vulnerable and like it's a very good venue for us to just like open up, and I feel like I've told my like deepest parts of myself on that show. So I'm glad it's back.
Well, we also just recorded an episode with you too, Blaine.
I don't know if I was allowed to say anything, but yeah.
You look really happy.
No, I felt like really nostalgic being back. It was just such a good feeling, and you guys were like paying close attention to everything from just like what table we were going to use for the recording, and like trying that out. I'm like, oh, this works fucking great. Like, great episode. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Yeah, we so the first 2 episodes we basically batch recorded a bunch just to try to get ahead of the game since there is a lot going on at Rooster Teeth. It's nice to get ahead on productions, but the first 2 episodes of the show, we didn't have like some of our set pieces in yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 2 episodes look a little different than the rest moving forward. Just in case you care about that kind of things. Yeah, it happens with production. The freeze and the storm that happened here in Austin delayed shipping on some of the stuff, including like this beautiful canvas print of the logo that you'll see in episode 3.
Yeah.
and onward from there. But yeah, the entire production team did an incredible job setting it up. Ash Schmidt did our set design, and it looks beautiful. Wonderful, crew here in broadcast, our producers, everyone who worked on it. Josie, who did the motion graphics, our design team, who did all the logos and everything like that. Just wonderful, wonderful people.
I feel like you've been working on it for a long time, getting it ready to launch. It's crazy that it's finally here. It's finally out there.
I feel like it's been maybe almost not a full year, but like maybe 8 months that we've been working on it.
It seems like a long time.
So it's been a while, and we have merch in the store too now, including hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, all sorts of cute, adorable, wonderful things.
It's also cool too because like I feel like since the last time we did Always Open, it was like a lot of the cast that's here now wasn't around, or they were more behind the camera stuff. So like being able to bring in our like newer faces into an old familiar format, it's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had Joe on an episode, we had BK and Kai on one, Griff did one, and she was in sales when we had Always Open airing before, so she had never been on an episode. So yeah, a lot of new faces, new voices, tons of guests that we have in the works as well to come on the show. Mariel is of course going to make appearances whenever she can. She doesn't work at Rooster Teeth anymore, but she wants to be on whenever she's available, and you better believe I'm going to take advantage of that.
Yeah. So do yourself a favor and go follow right here. Go youtube.com/allgoodnoworries. Subscribe.
Like and subscribe, all that stuff.
Yay. Thank you guys.
Of course.
For helping me promo that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited you had
Yeah.
Troy Baker on the first episode because sorry, I like just watched the episode from last night.
Do you think
he was great in it.
on set
I know.
with Pedro Pascal, he's like, oh, that's how you're gonna do it?
Yeah, just like doing that real passive aggressive stuff, like after a take, going, huh.
Yeah.
Not how I would have done it.
Interesting.
That's not how I did it in the hit multi-million selling game, The Last of Us. Oh, that this is based on.
This is
right.
based on it. It's crazy. It's just so wild. He was great.
He's incredible. Yeah, it was weird seeing him play such an evil guy. I'm like not used to it.
Yeah.
So one of the things, back when we were in Core and we were in like the bungalows over there, Troy would come in, like he would just like stop by if he was in town. You brought him in one time, and I had never met him before, and we just started talking about like music software. And one thing, I instantly when you meet Troy Baker, if you get the pleasure of meeting Troy Baker, he is what I call a full body listener.
Yes.
100%. It is one of like the rarest characteristics in a human being, which is like when you talk to him, he is completely focused on you and what you're talking about. Like he is, just a full body listener. And I like first time meeting him, just like instantly engaged with what I was like some music software I was talking about. And we were talking about this like piano software. He's like, you should try this out. And it was just like, this, like, is it possible for someone to have so much charisma? Like, good God, what a gem! It was very sweet, but yeah, a full body listener. It's a rare human trait that he absolutely has. And
he has such a presence that's like undeniable. It's so funny. We were recording a different episode It was weird. We had to record episode 2 before episode 1 on the same day, just based off scheduling. And so while we're recording episode 2, I was like, I think Troy's here. I could sense it. And then sure enough, the door opens and Troy walks in, and I'm just like, I knew it.
Birds just start flying.
Yeah.
We had him on Good Morning from Hell back when we were doing that, and he played the Joker, and we were all like, are we allowed to do this? And then like Troy was like, nah, we'll be fine. I was like, I trust you. Okay. And he did like his Joker, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. One of the nicest
Fun
people to ever exist. Great dude. But yeah, we were blessed to have him on the premiere.
Yeah, it rocks.
What great timing with the show and everything. Just absolutely everything lined up.
What do you think of the episode?
It was really good. It was really good. I'm sad that there's only one episode left. I feel like.
Is there really?
Yeah.
They have so much to wrap up, I feel like. I mean,
well, they're going to do a season 2.
Sure.
But this season is the first game.
Oh, right.
Right.
Is that how they're breaking it out? Like it really is just like season per game?
I think so, because based on some of like the trailers and the teaser images, I'm like, I think that's from the end of the first game. I don't know that for a fact, but like I've seen a couple like quick shots. I'm like, I think that's the end of the game.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Man,
we've been purposely avoiding the teaser stuff because I don't want Kristen to know, and I also don't want to like have to remember.
Yeah.
Like I like this hazy memory that I have, and then seeing the adaptation, being like, oh, I love how they did that. You know, I don't like the direct comparison, but God, really, one episode left?
One episode left.
Can we also talk about how people obviously talk about Pedro Pascal being incredible, which he is, but Bella Ramsey, they are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were that amazing.
Great performance. I think everyone remembered their role from Game of Thrones very fondly.
Yeah.
Not that it was a huge role, but it was just very memorable.
Where you recognize them from.
Right.
Yeah.
They were the talk of the episode each time they were in the show.
But I felt like that character didn't necessarily have a lot of meat to it.
Right.
Like a couple of lines and some screen time, but like The Last of Us is very front and center, and the way that Ellie was approached, I think, is different from the approach of Ellie of the game.
Yeah.
But also in a very good way. Like, I'm not like, oh, I wish that this character was played differently. Or
it makes sense to the way that the story feels.
Right. Yeah. I'm very, very
adaptation.
blown away by the performance. I think
Absolutely.
absolutely phenomenal.
Early on, I think I talked to you about this too. I was like, kind of like Pedro Pascal, Joel. Yes, that makes sense to me. Ellie, I was like, there was like something different enough, and I think she was also, they were like displaying a lot of her like immaturity, and she was like dropping a lot of F-bombs and stuff like that, and being like edgy and stuff like that. But then like the more we've grown to know her, and then the more she softened up to Joel and stuff like that, like
it fits.
Yeah, dude, they're so great. The casting for the show is fucking
the dynamic
phenomenal.
has been wonderful. Yeah.
It's been good. There's only one episode left, and then who knows how long we have to wait for another season.
I know. Jeez. I mean, like, gosh, waiting years between seasons is rough.
Then you forget, like, I just saw the other day, I think before an episode of Last of Us last week, there was a promo, and it was like, Perry Mason, Season 2, March 6th.
Holy fuck,
and
what
I
was
like,
the last one?
I was like, oh.
I thought it was canceled because it's been so fucking
I remember,
long.
I watched Season 1. I really liked it. What the fuck was that show about? Perry Mason on HBO?
Oh.
And I was like, I don't remember anything about it. I think that came out at the start of the pandemic.
It did. Yes,
Yeah.
it did. And I want to say bravo fucking to HBO for doing appointment weekly viewing and not doing bingeable stuff anymore. That's the reason stuff fades from your memory. It's the reason stuff fucking disappears in your consciousness, is because when you watch an entire season of TV and over a weekend, it has the chance to immediately evaporate in your brain. When it's week to week, when you get appointment viewing week to week, you get a chance to talk about it with people at work, with your friends, and you get to like.
It's a good point.
You get to reinforce your memories of the show and have like a nuanced discussion and opinions about it, which gives it cultural purchase. So that way, it stays in your brain longer and becomes more of a part of like your entertainment life than just like something you just.
Maybe that's why I don't remember anything about Season 1, because we were all locked at home. I just looked. It was June 2020.
Holy
when
shit.
when Season 1 came out. So it's like, that was
peak.
Yeah, I was like in my house, not going anywhere, doing anything.
That's pre-vaccine even.
Right.
You're nowhere.
Do you guys ever get nostalgic for that period of time? I know it sounds weird.
Okay.
No, wait.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was around, I want to say, like, April, May, June. That little chunk of time where, like, people were playing Animal Crossing, Tiger King was on. Like,
Doom
everyone
Eternal.
felt a little bit like life had slowed down a little bit, but not in a way where it's like, you can't leave your house, you can't do anything, you're stuck, you're trapped, but more of like, everyone's at home, you know, there's a little bit less pressure on people, a little more like time to spend with a work-life balance.
It was like the unknown of the situation was kind of like scary, but also like the timeline was still so vague. So you didn't think that this was going to be a permanent fixture for a year and a half.
I think like once we got into like summer, like July, August,
And you realize,
then
this
it was
isn't
like,
slowing
oh
down.
shit, this actually sucks.
Yeah.
It's because FOMO disappeared.
Yeah.
It's because there was no more.
There was no Mo.
Amazing.
There was no Mo.
No,
There was no Mo. Yeah, there was no missing out because no one was doing anything. Like it really was. I think that was
Without
a huge,
the Mo, there's no Fo.
very Seinfeld-esque bit. It's like you can't have Mo. There's no Fo. There's no Mo. Yeah, like we all had that sense of like there was nothing to miss out on, and so
Right.
we could just like
B.
and it's like there was no like. The obligation meter got turned way
the
fucking
fuck down.
like I mean almost to like nothing, and so you could just be like, oh, the social expectation was gone and societal expectation was gone to like have those obligations in your life, and I think that like that part of it,
Yeah.
there is something very like attractive about that. It very like gives you a taste of like pioneer living.
No, because you like, and there was like that was like the crafty period where it's like
Right.
I'm learning to bake bread. I
Yes.
like I had to make a gym and like figure out my workout routine with just like what I was given, and like it sucked. I missed the gym, but I was also like I was making really creative workouts and like kind of having fun on the roof of my garage. Like just a really weird, unique experience. I totally
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
It's definitely like obviously the pandemic and everything with COVID has been utter shit and absolutely terrible.
Yes.
And all the tragedy that has come from it is devastating. But it's like the moment in time, just specifically that moment of like the pressure's off. It's like that serotonin boost of when plans get canceled, but for like
Sure.
a whole 3 months.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think like, again, all the awfulness of
Aside.
everything aside, just talking about like, you know, on a personal level, there was just like there was exactly, it was the crafting period. It was like you are going to have to figure out your thing for you and your household, like in a very microcosmic way. And like that is, it really is just kind of like, you know, like, it felt like it's like, okay, we reinforced the window, like in one of those like survival games or whatever. There's
Yeah,
a very, like
It's funny you talk about all this because I this past weekend I went to the grocery store, and as I was walking in, I had a memory of that time, and I was like, wow, remember when I would wake up like at dawn and come to the grocery store right when they opened, and there was a line of people, and you would go into the grocery
my
store
God.
and everything was gone.
Well, that was like right at the start.
Right, and I was like,
at mid-March.
I had forgotten about that.
My memory that hit me the other day really hard, and it was like the day or two before we were still filming stuff. We're like stacking up on shit, and we were doing the mega nug where we were going to all the fast food restaurants, getting chicken nuggets to then combine them,
You mean the mega bug?
whichever it was.
Well,
Me and John
The
were
one that Chris texted Eric and he's like, you want to come try a mega
mega
bug?
bug. Classic Chris. John and I went to the Wendy's that was by the HEB Hancock, and I remember we had to go get like canola oil or something. We walked in and like people were panic buying, and John and I were looking around like this is before like the idea of us going into lockdown, and we're like, this is crazy. This is
Yeah.
weird. Little did we know.
Yeah, there was that period of time we like banked up a bunch of content knowing that like we were about to start working from home, and like people at Rooster Teeth already did start working from home, and it
Yeah.
was like, well, the content teams will do like skeleton crews and do some podcasts and record some stuff. We recorded like a bunch of stuff with that big like tent thing. What's it called? The parachute.
Oh shit, I don't even remember
remember
that.
that?
Yeah, someone sent that into us.
Someone sent us a parachute for RT Inbox, and we filmed like a bunch of different videos with it, thinking like, oh, this is fun.
This will get us through a couple weeks.
I wrestled.
This will a couple weeks of content while we waited home for a month or two for this to pass, and then
the
3 years later,
Yeah.
the peak of elementary school physical fitness, flapping a parachute.
Yes.
Dude, yeah,
Arms.
where you go up and then you put it underneath and you sit inside.
Yeah, exactly. Toasting some foam balls on it and like passing around. Like, I'll do that for an hour while the teacher goes in for a smoke smoke behind the gym.
I want to acknowledge, though, what a place of privilege we are coming from, because RT did such a great job of handling the pandemic for its employees.
Yeah.
Like, we held onto our jobs a lot. That was probably a very shit time for a lot of people. But like, yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. It's like a weird nostalgia for some. It's the same thing I get whenever I think about the snowstorm.
Oh God.
Where it's like, yeah, in the moment I was fucking scared.
You had
and
no
shit.
power for like a week.
Yeah, but I was like making fucking like whatever I could with the canned food in my house, and like was like trudging around the snow with my dog to go deliver chargeables to friends who had electricity. Like went to Gus's to go get a water key. Yeah, I was just like, this sucks, but this is kind of awesome.
Dutch is looking at you and you turn into a turkey leg.
It's real Mr. Burns and Homer in the log cabin energy.
Yeah, exactly.
It was me and my dog in my closet sleeping together on a mattress pad, just being like, fuck, I hope we make it through this.
Yeah. It kind of like makes you think. I know like people have heard this before, but how you always think you always think about the good old times, but you never realize when you're in the good old times.
Yeah.
And like you never really acknowledge that. And it's the same thing with like happiness, thinking like, if I achieve this, I'll be happy. Or if I get here, I'll be happy. I'll get to this date, I'll be happy. Whatever it is. Whereas like you never recognize that you want to feel happy in this moment.
Oh yeah.
And so that thing of thinking I'll be happy when this happens, it keeps getting pushed out because you do get to that target date and you don't really realize and let it sink in that I feel happy right now.
Yeah.
And I think doing that more and being conscious of just being grateful and happy when you can.
Like lean into the moment and enjoy it.
Because that's the only thing that exists is right now.
Truly, like the ever receding horizon of happiness will always do that.
Yeah.
So like there's like this thing, it's like if I achieve this, if I do this, if I get to this place, if it's something that's like out of reach in the future, that it is a way to like keep pushing off happiness. And I think that for a lot of people that turns into like that can mutate into ambition or some kind of drive that keeps you going. But I feel like that's a maladaptive trait. That like you're it keeps you out of enjoying things that you like. It keeps you from enjoying things that you get in the moment, so that it turns to ash in your mouth. So you're just like, I've achieved this.
At what cost?
But at what cost? But and then what's next? Then what? And then you're always
thinking about what's next. And that's the thing too. It's the only thing that ever exists is your present moment.
Yeah.
Because like you get to that spot, and now you're in that present moment of that, and you keep thinking, I will be happy eventually when this happens, or if I achieve this. Which I'm not saying you shouldn't be ambitious and you shouldn't want to achieve what you want to achieve and whatnot, but like.
Live your dreams.
Allow yourself.
But if I wish we weren't constantly surrounded by like all the like billionaires that we are now forced to look at constantly in their lives. I wish we weren't surrounded by cautionary tales in every fucking sector of public life. That like if Elon Musk were not a perfect example of like the curse of getting everything you always wanted, and it just being like miserable. Like you just like everything.
It's a real monkey paw scenario.
Like the most monkey paw situation you could possibly imagine. Being the formerly richest man on earth. Getting all of like being surrounded by people who like the sycophants, the yes men, all this money, all this wealth, buying Twitter to become King Mod, which was like, I can't believe you thought that was going to be the thing that made people like you. It just again, like all this achievement, all this accumulation of stuff just turns to ash in your mouth. Like for what? Like you can look at a person who is clearly miserable and clearly just weighed by all the accumulation that they've achieved.
There was an article. Where was it? I read earlier today. Was it on CNBC or somewhere? That said that whenever at Twitter headquarters, he always walks around with 2 bodyguards now, even when going to the bathroom, because he's afraid of hostile takeovers. I was like, I don't think that's how hostile... he was afraid of a coup. That's what it was.
What
my God.
The wackest shit on earth. Just
what a competent leader that he needs to travel around his own company with bodyguards. That means he's doing great.
Yeah, fear of a coup too. Like my God, what the fuck?
A like brittle-boned programmer is going to be like, "Come on, we're taking this place over." I sleep in a sleeping bag at my desk for fucking 20 hours a day. Oh God, yeah. That's just unbelievably
ridiculous.
So dumb.
He needs to reevaluate the snack options in the Twitter cafeteria because like we can't have them having too many calories. All right, just enough energy that they can program, but not enough that they can beat me up.
Right, bring in that orphan grade gruel for these workers.
I'll never understand people who go out of their way to defend people like Elon Musk. Like, why are you defending a billionaire? He's not going to give you any money, no matter how much you want him to or how much you defend him. He's also a billionaire. He doesn't fight for a good cause. I don't know what to tell you.
Right, exactly. But I think it kind of is reflective of what you were just talking about, of this like projecting your aspirations and your putting off your happiness. I think it's sort of related to that, where people maladaptively project their like hopes and dreams and success and like wish fulfillment on someone else. And so it is a function of if you're attacking him, you're attacking me because he represents this pinnacle of
dream that
just success or whatever. Because again, I feel like it's a form of projection that people don't recognize, because it's like, yeah, man, doesn't need.
I just don't think billionaires should exist. I think that is a level of wealth.
Hot take. Are they D tier?
I just think that level of wealth, no human being needs that level of wealth.
You'd never see me again. You'd never hear from me again.
But also just like, fuck, dude, there are such inequality in the world, and especially the wealth gap is like astronomical. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to think about.
It's a lot of money.
So if any billionaires out there, and I know you're watching, if any billionaires out there would like to unload some of their burden on a humble Rooster Teeth employee, make the check out to Andrew Rosas, and I will happily rid you of that burden, some of that burden.
Or maybe use like one or two of those billions to, I don't know, fix world hunger.
Well,
or like something like
plant some trees.
Yeah,
we need a nice carbon sink. That's what I don't understand. It's like, man, I would, if I had that much money, planting trees, doing like philanthropic stuff to like legitimately save the planet, they would write songs about you.
Isn't that the new?
Right?
That's like the new thing, though, is because like the Patagonia CEO or owner gave up his wealth or whatever, and then like the Hobby Lobby guy followed suit, but then they like peeled it back and they're like, wait, this is actually like a fucking scam. It's a PR stunt.
Yes.
And then I remember Bezos was in the headlines not too long ago because he was saying he was going to do the same thing. He's like, he's going to donate all his billions to, this thing, but like there was no follow through. But you get that immediate like,
you get the headline.
Amazon's not so bad. I think I might make a purchase because I don't mind supporting that.
Yeah.
So I think go ahead, sorry.
Charities, like foundations, private, like all of that stuff is reputation washing. It's reputation laundering for like that. It's a money funnel to administrative people. Like very rarely does that actually like translate into
make any change.
To demonstrative change. And that was something that really bummed me out, was the Patagonia guy. It was like, oh, giving away all his wealth. It's like, well, that sounds good, but then they peeled it back and it's like, well, they've kind of been dodging taxes, which are like designed to help people on it,
directly help people
and like build infrastructure and do this for years. So it's like,
so there's an old analogy that I read on the podcast a few years ago. So it's the names on the on this ranking are a little out of date. This was from September of 2019, so pre-Panny.
Pre-Panny.
Oh boy.
PP. It's the staircase analogy, where if you imagine a staircase and every step on the staircase represents $100,000 of net worth.
Yes.
Half of Americans would be on the first step. The top 20% would be on step 5. Millionaires get up to step 11. Billionaires step 10,000.
Oh, fuck.
Jeff Bezos is 133 miles in the sky.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. that amount of money one person should not have that amount of wealth.
It's fucking wild,
when you look at the gap that exists.
Again, the names have changed, the values have changed, but still, like, to think about, like, in space.
Yeah.
Well, there's that whole thing, too, where, like, they did a breakdown of, like, peasants from back in the medieval times and, like, the lords of the land and shit like that, and like the wage gap is like smaller than it is now. Like it like
100%.
literal peasants and kings we're closer in wealth than we are today to like an Elon Musk,
1,000%. Yeah.
which I think is pretty cool.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah, nice. We love it. We love to see it. Oh God, yeah. I guess what Blaine's trying to say is bring back feudalism. I think that's what we can definitely take.
I just want to be nice.
I could use a little more toiling in my life.
I was like, I've been meaning to spend more time in a filthy ditch. I've been in mud-covered rags.
I got close during the pandemic. During the height of the pandemic, I felt like I was almost there.
Need some more toil. That's
I need some more trouble. Toil and trouble.
Oh yeah. Sounds good.
Boil and trouble.
So we were talking about the Last of Us episode from last night, and I don't know if any of you guys watch Last Week Tonight as well. It airs like right after it.
I know.
I don't watch it live, but I do watch it when it's uploaded the next day.
The end of that episode was all about a local Austin plumbing company, Radiant Plumbing, and their wacky commercials. I don't know if you've ever seen them.
Yeah. They
do like movie parody commercials. I used to send you that screenshot of the dude holding the wrench, like the knife from Dune.
Oh, yeah.
I guess like the whole last 6 minutes of that episode were him showing Radiant Plumbing commercials and talking about how wild all the commercials are, and then like issuing them a challenge to make a commercial for a movie he was going to tell them, and that he would make $10,000 to the Central Texas Food Bank.
So Radiant Plumbing's on blast right now.
Well, so what was funny is like they're playing the commercials. You can hear like the studio audience reacting to it, and it's like these people have never seen these commercials. So it's like something weird happens and they all laugh, and I'm like, yeah, that commercial's like 2 years old. Right?
Yeah.
I know that commercial already. But it was weird, I guess, seeing people who had never seen any of these commercials reacting to them for the first time.
It's like whenever I have someone from out of town and we're like listening to the radio, we're driving them somewhere, and then like an Elder Mitsubishi commercial comes on, and I don't know about you guys, but Scott Elder, every time I hear his voice
for the people
every time I hear his fucking voice, I like punch my radio to switch stations as quickly as possible.
Scott Elder,
but it's like for folks that are out of town, they're like, oh, that's quirky and silly. Oh, what an Austin thing. And be like, hey,
if you got 5, you can drive. Come in. Like, he's got that. Like,
he sounds really unmotivated, but he's still trying to put on an excited voice.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Radiant.
That's the Dune commercial from Radiant Plumbing.
Plumbing.
Gosh. That's funny.
We might get a copyright strike. They do have this on that. I sent that to Blaine all the time.
Yep.
That's so funny. Clever.
This fucking rocks.
They must have had a decent budget or a really good special effects.
They had a RTF student from UT is what they had.
I want to clear something up really quick. Just a few minutes ago, I said don't give money to charities. I'm talking about ones that are like named after billionaires, like ones that are like it's like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Oh no! Oh shit! They're gonna come after me.
I mean, it is a little different when you can walk over to the hospital across the street that we built that garden for, and like, oh yeah, I can see my money at work here. Not it just gets thrown into the fucking void, and you're like, oh, I hope that goes to a sick kid.
Well, they did that. Yeah, exactly. Like you can actually like see the demonstrable works that like stuff's doing. But yeah, I feel like that was a Last Week Tonight episode too, where they talked about like the people who get like the disillusionment of people who go work for nonprofits, because like nonprofits are like the job satisfaction rate at nonprofits are just
dog shit,
abysmal, because like people get into them for altruistic reasons and wanting to make a change, and then you realize that it's so much of it is administrative hell and just like the cycles of money and grant writing and funding and stuff that like at the end of the day is designed to perpetuate the administrative like machine of the nonprofit. And it's like, are we supposed to be like feeding people? And then it's like, no, we're supposed to keep the lights on here.
I think there's like charity analyzers. You can look up the specifics of charities online and see like what percentage of their budget goes to actual outreach versus administrative costs and overhead and things like that.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend that if you're looking into a charity. See, where does the money actually go and where does it end up?
Where's the percentage? Yeah. I plant trees. That's my deal. I give to a tree planting one.
Yeah.
I'll give you $20 to plant a tree. Oh, you personally or the charity?
I give money to a tree plant because, like, again, that's one of those things where it's like I did the thing where they analyze the percentage of like what actually goes to administrative costs and what actually goes to planting trees, and
it's pretty good.
Yeah, because like again, it's like carbon sink. We need like something that's like actually like sucking up some of that greenhouse gas.
I think that like
Climate change.
did you guys see? I think it was like Times Square or no, it was like the New York Stock Exchange. They have a clock, but the clock started counting down to like what they projected to be the end of the world or whatever. You see that bullshit?
When did that happen?
It's like it was like I think I saw it on a friend's Instagram like a couple of weeks ago. I think that there's like a level of like awareness and like, hey, we need to make some change. Let's snap into shape and stuff like that. That feels like fucking doom, and there's nothing to be done. And it's just like, well, that's the end of the road for us. Like, I don't know. Sorry, we're just talking about, hey, plant trees, help stop climate change, all that stuff. But then there's like shit like that where it's like we're making a statement. It's like, no, you're making me unmotivated to live.
I mean, AI is gonna get us anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's getting. I've been downvoting a lot of AI stuff.
I am very frightened for the future of AI, just because it's going very fast, and I think like I just worry about the effect it'll have on disinformation.
Oh, yeah.
And just like what people could believe, what they can't, especially with like AI voice, AI face filters.
I feel like even
deep faking and what have you.
well, even a couple of years ago, I felt like you could sometimes see news articles posted online that was like, it just doesn't seem like a person wrote this.
Yeah.
Or you could watch like news, in air quotes, news programs that were uploaded that was like all like stock footage or computer generated recreations. And I was like, I don't think a person maybe had a hand in making this story.
But I think that's going to get better and better.
Right. And I think that at the time it was easy to tell, like, this doesn't seem right. But as it advances and gets better, it's like, you don't know. That line's going to be much more difficult to identify.
Yeah. And that's honestly, I think what terrifies me more than anything.
I agree, but I think one of the things that actually gives me hope is that two things. One, I think it is moving really fast, but what will eventually happen is that AI will, and I've even seen advertisements. It's like, we'll provide you an AI to like generate blog posts. It's like, for whom? Blog posts? To what end? And I really think we're going to get to a point where it will be like AIs writing blog posts and reading them. Like it was like they will bypass human interaction entirely so that it will just be like this Ouroboros of content creation and consuming that will leave human beings entirely out of it. And eventually it just collapses because all AI can do is sample. It can't create. So it just synthesizes two things and it synthesizes data that's been sampled. So it will be AI sampling itself, and you'll get the multiplicity effect of things just degrading in quality as AI is sampling. So like right now you can go like, show me this character but as a Muppet. It's like, okay, well I can take an image of Pedro Pascal, boom, and I know what Muppets look like, boom, and I can create this and it's like, okay, here is what Pedro Pascal looks like as a Muppet in AI. Soon it will be AIs looking at that AI created Muppet of Pedro Pascal as a Muppet and begin incorporating its own data into its own algorithm. And so you just get this recursive, destructive inbreeding of information occurring within AI that I think will actually cause it to just malfunction or be functionally useless.
Yeah,
that's my hope. That's my hope.
I hope that too.
If it starts making it in such a way where there's no human who would ever be interested, and then it feeds itself.
Exactly.
It's like almost like cannibalism, where it's like, you're not getting any nutrition, you're not learning anything out of this.
If it learns how to improve itself is when we get into some trouble.
I just asked ChatGPT to write an episode of Rooster Teeth podcast.
Oh God!
And it kind of did.
Do we want to put this on blast? Do we want to? Yeah, you want to hear
The camera pans over to the Rooster Teeth podcast set where Gus Sorola, Gavin Free, Barbara Dunkelman, and Bernie Burns are sitting around a table, microphones in front of them. Gus, welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. I'm Gus Sorola. Joining me today are Gavin Free, Barbara Dunkelman, Bernie Burns. How's it going? Gavin, it's going great. Gus, how about you? Barbara, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Bernie, I'm doing all right. Gus, well, let's get right into it. I heard you guys were talking about some crazy conspiracy theories before the podcast started. Care to share? Gavin, oh man, where do we even begin? Barbara, I think we were talking about the moon landing being fake.
What about, and I'm Gus. I see I can spot the fake.
Yeah,
I can spot the fucking fake. Goes.
I can spot several. And guess what?
Yeah, but that's
not
now.
a one laugh in that entire thing.
It's so true.
That's
My
Well,
joke didn't
those
land.
aren't
It didn't land at all.
that's me. Like there is what is again gives me hope is that like you read stuff like that and it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that is technically accurate, but it is completely
It's like Uncanny Valley.
It's so uncanny and so soulless, and I truly mean that in a way that is unhuman. It's like because like you'd read that and go, okay, great technical impression of a thing. Why am I not smiling or laughing or have like why does it not touch me on any human level? It's like, right, because it was completely generated by a machine. It is a function of zeros and ones. That's why.
I think it's going to get better.
Anyway, I'm learning more about this moon landing conspiracy here from ChatGPT.
Oh no.
All right, well, let's wrap
Just
this up.
be nice to your Alexas.
Yeah, before AI takes our
That's all I
jobs.
can say.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week with another one.
Check out All Good No Worries and Always Open.
Yeah.
Peace.
Check out Andrew. Damn.
And Andrew.
Fudge.
All right, bye.